Hi there, I'm an artist. You know what I like? Yes, the occasional paycheck, but really, my passions are focused on something a bit more incredible. Perhaps you've heard of it. It's a little bit of film history I like to call animation!
Unless you've been living under a boulder, we've all experienced it in some way, shape, or form. It's a part of our greatest achievement in entertainment, both theater and television. Some for adults, some for kids, some for, I don't know, film festivals. And whether you're an enthusiast like me, or just don't care, the magic of moving drawings have been around to the point of cultural phenomenon, and will always be around as long as there is entertainment.
But even through its humble beginnings, there's been many ups and downs of this medium. As it's been said, for every good piece of art, there's been ultimately one of those sort of things. That's where I come in. I'm not a professional historian, I'm not an expert, and for all you know, I'm probably not even wearing any pants. I'm just an artist, and I know a bad cartoon when I see one. Let that be the opening for what I'm about to unleash upon you. Welcome to Animated Anarchy. Pray for sanity because I've lost all of mine!
Blue sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, Mr. Blue Sky.
Let's get started, shall we? And what better to start off than a little piece of nostalgia called Saturday mornings?
Ah yes, that moment of the week where children wake up early, cuddle up to their favorite sugary cereal, and stare endlessly at the moving puppets on the magic picture box. Saturday mornings have been a staple with cartoons for quite some time. True, lately they've been littered with countless anime leftovers and PBS rejects for kindergartners. The point is, growing up, a lot of these cartoons have been implanted in our minds even as we age. I mean, many properties have seen revivals because of their popularity. And even then, there have been countless cartoons that have started off through the popularity of other already existing properties, like comics, movies, and even video games.
Sometimes these things are better left where they are. So I soon found out when I played a game known as Bubsy the Bobcat!
Harmless as it may seem, this grinning, pantsless douche cat gained a lot of momentum on the Super NES and Genesis. With his somewhat cartoony nature and not-so-subtle Sonic the Hedgehog qualities, it was only natural that his fame would soon end up on the screen.
Well, the funny thing is, this show was briefly mentioned, only appeared as a single-episode pilot, and was never heard from again soon afterwards. Till now! Let's dive into this little carnival of chaos and find out what this fuzzy ripoff has to offer.
Ah, the first screen, and I'm already deep into a nightmare. You know how most cartoons open up with a wild and zany montage of antics that symbolize the tone of the series? In this sequence, we get to see such outrageous happenstances such as Bubsy brushing his teeth, eating breakfast, doing the dishes, and perform interpretive dance.
What could possibly go wrong?
Ah yes, lest I forget Bubsy's whimsical catchphrase, which has eased warmly into our daily lives as we repeat his playful antics to each other near the workplace water cooler.
What could possibly go wrong? 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 What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong indeed?
Before I go any further, if you haven't guessed already, that is the voice of Rob Paulsen, the tremendous voice talent that gave us wonderful characters such as Yakko, Gordon, and Puppet Pal Clem. He has one of those distinctive voices that has been used in tons of cartoons, but can also be somewhat annoying when given to the wrong character personality.
Considering what he had to work with?
What could possibly go wrong? Hey, whatever blows your hair back. Next time, I get a stunt cat. Well, are you still playing this thing?
Let's see, what will they title this day's episode? And I'll give you a chance to guess. Is it A, The Fast and the Furious? B, The Return of Mr. Garrett? Or is it C, my God, they took both my legs?
I hope you had a chance to sink in those silly answers because none of them are correct. In fact, it is what could possibly go wrong? Yeah. Somehow I see that as the creator's way of pitching this to a studio. So let me get this straight. You want us to put a video game character in an animated series with no clear definition of his personality, supporting cast, or surroundings. Exactly! I mean, what could possibly go wrong? I think my heart just stopped. Yeah, he said to go with it.
So we start off with Bubsy talking to one of his friends, who just so happens to be an armadillo, whose first and only character trait is that he has this deathly fear of oncoming vehicles.
It's me, the Prince of Personality, Bubsy!
Bubsy! Oh, worse than a truck!
Worse than a truck. Huh. I like it.
Bubsy the Bobcat. Worse than a truck.
After some contrived character interaction, who should so happen to be at the door but Bubsy's nephew and niece, aka the twins, aka, Thing 1 and Thing 2. It even says on their shirts I don't know what they are.
I don't want to play with me! No, he wants to play with me!
My god, these things look like squirrels bred with those weird alien squeeze toys. Now forget that noise. On to some easy plot development. So Bubsy turns on the TV!
And last year, over 10,000 armadillos were run over by trucks in the state of Texas alone. For many of the poor little fellows, this is the last sound they will ever hear.
Must have been a slow news day.
Man, this show just hates armadillos! We're only 2 minutes in and the main story arc is making sure this creature's life is the most miserable existence ever. Anyhow, now that we're actually on the plot network, we're introduced to yet another couple of characters that show off an invention that can transform any thought into reality.
I, Bubsy, am going to be the one to test that still dangerous yet unbelievably potential-filled virtual reality helmet. Because I am brave. Because I crave adventure. Because I need to go where no bobcat has ever gone before.
Hey look! Stock footage gags! With absolutely no timing! Or meaning whatsoever!
At this point in time, you think that we just go ahead with the whole going to test this stupid helmet thing out, but no! We cut away to even more whimsical characters. The villains, of course, which consist of Fat Cat's bitchy aunt, a snobby buzzard that likes to cook, and, the Tasmanian devil if he was a California raisin.
Well, I was making a nice bouillabaisse, you see, and I was just about to add the coriander when Sid here just had to stick his big fat tongue in the pot.
Hot, 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 hot! Ooh.
Yes, things that are boiling are usually hot. Imbecile!
I'm trying to figure out if that was actually a joke. Hang on. Let's see, the setup being things that are boiling equals punchline are usually hot. No, not a joke. I'm sorry for wasting your time, folks. Let's move on.
Now that I have your attention, I have a job for you to do. I want you to pay a visit to a Mr. Virtual Reality. Apparently, he's created a helmet that could make me the richest and most powerful creature in the universe. Now, as you know, I've clawed my way to the top to become the classiest kitten in this whole catatonic town. But I deserve more.
Are we done with exposition here? We know you want the stupid helmet for your evil blah blah plans. Not even the bird and purple people eater care what you have to say. They just keep making jokes that aren't funny.
I didn't think so.
Anyhow, we head over to the Taubman Museum of Art, where Bubsy arrives to test Virgil's new invention. But it doesn't take long for the twins to skillfully sneak that helmet off of Bubsy's hands, and they go out to cause some mischief.
My turn! My turn! My turn! I win a pony! I
Oh, sweet Magilla, these children are annoying! Cartoons always seem to shoehorn some sort of kid into the mix to try to connect with the young audience, but I just believe they're a shrill reminder to parents to wear their condoms.
You wanna bet?
So right on cue, the villains enter overhead to steal the device, and comedy ensues!
Now get ready. We're going to dive bomb them. Don't let go.
You know, just slapping in hurt gags without meaning doesn't necessarily make it funny. You have to ease into the pain. Just watch how Wile E. Coyote does it.
Hand me the helmet, please, Oblivia.
Wait a minute, what the hell were they doing all this time?
Were they just staring at each other mindlessly until one of them actually wanted the helmet again? Was there some sort of union break?
When they go outside, they find that the twins have turned their world into an even bigger mess than it was already. Shocking to think. So instead of, continuing the pace, more stock footage gags!
Let's take the bull by the horns! Let's beat the odds! Let's throw caution to the wind!
Ugh, these don't even make any sense. It'd be like if I said, "Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead," and then something like this happened afterwards. Moving right along.
Paris, Teresa, stop this instant! Okay! Now, where are those two little monsters? They could do anything with that helmet. Huh?
Oh, they're big now. Didn't see that one coming? You've obviously not been paying enough attention.
Ew, I stepped on something squishy. Me too. Uh-oh. Ew. We were only having fun. Come here. Hey.
You should all be put in jail.
At this point, I don't understand why you keep cutting back to me expecting me to say something clever. I mean, honestly, that last line sums up to what I'm feeling towards the people who made this schlock.
You see, if you had lost that helmet to the turkey and the rat, you could have easily destroyed the world.
Eventually, the bad guys manage to grab the helmet and bring it back to Madame Talks-A-Lot, along with kidnapping the twin brats in the process.
I lost the twins and the helmet, and worse than that, I was outsmarted by a turkey and a rat.
Technically speaking, you were outsmarted by a shrew and a buzzard, but either way, you've sentenced the universe to certain annihilation.
There seems to be a lot of talk about the world ending when someone has this damned helmet. You wonder why anyone is using it at all. You think that someone would have a more clear definition of why this thing could mean the end of the world?
I would very much like to have some fish sticks. Oh, and some ketchup! Huh. I think this would all finish up nicely if I had a fork.
I'm a catastrophic, cataclysmic boob cat!
Cat boob?
Oh, sorry, Arnold. I thought you were a wrench.
After Bubsy is done berating himself, he calls up the villains to find out where they live by calling the shrew.
Shrew!
And I can't stress this enough that Bubsy did this because they spend an entire minute explaining the same damn thing to the fat cat woman.
I'll bring you all the food right now. Just give me your address.
Did you just give that bobcat our address? Well, Sid here told that idiot bobcat the location of your lair.
He what?
Apparently he called on the phone.
So she comes up with a plan.
When the bobcat shows up, we simply refuse to answer the door.
It's too late to have an actual funny joke. This won't end, this won't end, this won't end, this won't... Hello?
Hey, it's me, Hey, Bubsy, I just wanted to call you and tell you that I called the villains to ask for their...
Definitely.
All right, Turkey. All right, Rat. The game is over. The jig is up. The fat lady has sung.
So, more hilarity ensues, until the helmet lands onto the shrew guy, and he comes up with one of the weirdest lines I've ever heard come out of a cartoon yet.
Corn dog! No. Corn dog with a B! Oh, no, wait. Corn dog with a boy!
B? How in Franklin D. Bush, damn it, do you transition from corn dog to B? I mean, why stop there? I mean, you could just easily have said flatbread, and then rhinoceros, chicken salad, and grow a rabbit. Please move on!
Hey! Are you Olivia? Take Busted to be my lord?
No, I don't care. I mean, how much random nonsense can you cram into just 20 minutes without rhyme or reason? I know this cartoon is attempting to pride itself with randomness, but you have to have some sort of pacing for it all to actually work. Eventually, though, the helmet starts to overload. So Bubsy comes up with a brilliant final plan that doesn't make any damn sense. But seriously, at this point, do you really care?
Now, I'm gonna imagine something so mind-numbingly incredible that it will instantly save the day. What a rush! I think I saw Elvis. Well, Artie, old pal, it just goes to show you.
Oh, no, please, no, not more stock footage gags. I can't take it.
You gotta be a hero for crying out loud!
God, I hate you so much.
So, Bubsy saved the day, I guess, and so we end with this delightful adventure with...
I'll be back.
Just kidding.
What could possibly go wrong? Right, Arnie?
Oh, finally. Clearly, there is something wrong with this cartoon.
The timing of gags is terrible. The animation is very sloppy and quite jarring at times. The writing is all over the place and jokes are very ill-placed. I mean, maybe I'm being a bit too harsh, but it's no wonder why this cartoon didn't see anything past a pilot episode. But then again, this was based off a video game. But that shouldn't be an excuse, because even video games can have decent stories and humor.
At any rate, I just wanted to give you a little taste of what I consider my own little vortex of madness. So I'm glad you could join me, but it's not over until the fat cat lady sings. So if you're really wondering what could possibly go wrong, then join me for next time. And be sure to bring some medication with you, because I haven't begun to fight. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to take some time and watch some good video game-based cartoons.
Mario, Super Mario, Super Mario World. Pac-Man.
Super fighting robot. Mega Man. Everybody's got a tip.
What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong?